Hey everybody, thanks for buying this download. Let's jump right in. Um, we usually want to start with a gradient within our environment, something from dark to light. Here I've just used an arbitrary color that comes with the default Photoshop gradients. And now I'm just throwing on a custom brush that I made from a motorcycle. Obviously not a real motorcycle, but of a photo. And I get into that in my brush creation download if you want to learn how to make custom brushes like these. And so here I'm just picking out a few and using them as stamps, as texture brushes, nothing to really say define anything in particular. I'm not painting a motorcycle with the motorcycle brush. I'm using it to, inspire new ideas, in this case more architectural ideas. Um, Adding a few little details, not sure what this thing is at this point, but you can see how the brush really helps to inspire new ideas, and then when you combine these different brushes, you get something completely unique out of it. Now I'm putting in some kind of ground plane. I know I want this thing to be on water, so I'm creating these reflections, basically bringing in these tones and just dropping them down into the water plane. I gave it a tilted horizon line for a little bit more of a little bit more dynamic effect. And now I'm just playing with overlay layers, putting different colors on, picking the colors out of there, and back to the custom brushes, kind of, in this case, using them as a stamp again, positioning them. Um, so whereas it takes time to make these brushes, since they're already made, it makes this process a lot quicker. So I encourage you guys to make your own brushes. These actual brushes will be on this download, so you can play with them. But it's also good to just make your own so that your pieces will be unique to you. So you can see I'm stamping the brushes out, using them as texture, distorting them. In some ways it's a lot more like sculpting than drawing. You throw down these shapes and twist and turn them and position them. And so I can get pretty interesting structures out of these brushes. And basically this is kind of like building a city to some degree. You have the pieces and then you can just place them here or there. So with this basic layout in, I'm just going in and putting more contrast through different kinds of gradients on a multiply layer or an overlay layer, playing around with the hue and saturation. But still the overall color scheme is basically the same as the gradient that I laid down. A great way to make gradients is to bring up a photo that you like and then color pick those colors for the gradient. So this next step I'm doing here is adding custom shapes and helping me, in this case, define out the ground plane. I still want it to be on water, but this could be some kind of underlying element underneath the water. But what it really does is, you can see it kind of leads the eye in. Custom shapes you can get free online. I'll include these, but you can just go get just type in custom shapes on Google and you will literally get thousands of links to get custom shapes as well as brushes.